Meeting called to order. Roll call, please.
President Tannhauser.
Here.
Trustee Kucharski.
Here.
Trustee Ronstadt.
Here.
Trustee Larson.
Here.
Trustee Belak.
Here.
Trustee Gregorio.
Here.
Trustee Gelsomino.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
President's report. We don't have anything. This is the portion of the agenda which we will have set aside for the public comment. Anyone wishing to address the village board and comment upon any matter which pertains to the municipal business of the village of Norridge may do so by filling out a public participation form. All forms will be collected and given to the village administrator. You will be called upon by the chair. After you have been called up, state your full name, spelling it out for the village clerk to note in the meeting minutes. State your address and limit your comments to 5 minutes.
So the first person we're going to call up is Dominica Fernardo. She notified us in advance she's going to do a presentation for us on funding for local schools.
Hello. Good evening. Before we begin tonight, I just want to thank Ms. Jennifer Saba for coming all the way out here. She works on the Illinois State Board of Education.
Welcome.
So hello, my name is Dominica Fernardo. I'm a senior at Ridgewood High School, and I'm a member of the Illinois State Board of Education Student Advisory Council, where I work with policymakers on improving education in the state. This year, I'm also a part of Norridge School Strategic Planning Team. The purpose of this team is for the school's faculty, community members, and former students to collaborate and establish a vision to further student success. I'm here to discuss the issues with infrastructure in schools and how it affects the Norridge community. Infrastructure is the architectural structure of the school, which plays an important part in schools. Funding for infrastructure is structured where schools cannot get more money unless the referendum passes. The referendum in Norridge has failed multiple times for the elementary schools in this community. This impacts the schools Lee, Giles, and Penoyer tremendously. Should kids be punished for living in an area with limited economic development? Penoyer School has bathrooms from 1952 that are outdated. It is also not ADA approved, meaning kids in wheelchairs or on crutches have difficulties or no access at all to travel throughout the school. This is also true for Lee and Giles. Lee and Giles are just as outdated and have similar issues. These schools do not even have a library. These problems make the transition to high school at Ridgewood very difficult because they are going from limited or no resources to an updated sourceful institution. I am here to help you understand why we need to invest in our young students. People do not realize the significant effects schools have on a neighborhood. Educational quality has made significant contributions to communities on many different spectrums. From an individual spectrum, better schooling can improve motivation, goal setting, future employment, and even improve mental and physical health. From a community spectrum, educational quality can also improve housing values, reduce crime rates, increase tax revenues, and increase civic participation. We need our communities to better support the local schools. If we do not have good schools, we will not have good neighbors. If a referendum, the most efficient way to make change in our schools, is not the answer, how can we get our communities to better support our local schools? Thank you for your time and your consideration.
Thank you. Can we get one of those handouts?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to take it.
We can make copies.
We'll make copies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominic Solonowski.
Don Solomowski, 8210 West Wilson. I would like to have or ask the board for an update on the village properties, Divine Savior, the show property, and Irving Park. What's going on with them? Has the show property been sold?
No, it isn't. It's up for sale. Oh, yeah,
Under-
Any bidders?
we have one bidder.
One bidder? And what's going on with Irving Park?
You're talking about the Irving Park, it's sold, and, they started demolition, the abatement last week. And we don't know when they're gonna start the demo.
Okay. And what about Divine Savior? The
Nothing.
development,
Yep.
still developing?
Correct.
All right, one last question. Last month's agenda, we had a settlement for the Mark Limperopoulos suit.
Mhm.
We paid him $30,000 and $100-some thousand to his attorneys. My question is, what's the total cost of that? Did Johnson Colmar have to charge us more money for handling that? And was there any other fees associated with the settlement, if through the insurance company or anything else?
Not through, we did not pay Johnson and Coleman.
We did not represent.
Or
the
even
village
prior
in
to
suit.
that? There was nothing for consulting regarding this issue?
Right, there was a different attorney, but not Johnson and Coleman.
Okay, what were the costs associated with that?
We are still paying the cost, so I don't have a total for you.
When will you have the total?
When our end of the services are over, but they are still providing services to us in regards to that. So
Is that going to be over $100,000 guesstimate or anything?
no, it's not
Okay.
expected to be over 100.
So I should have an answer by next meeting?
I can call you or email you, whatever is your preference.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic.
Mike Holzer regarding this school.
Mike Holzer's 4337 North Newcastle, Howard Heights. At the last board meeting, I had some suggestions on, and complaints about the situation is picking up and dropping off my grandson at Lee School. I'm not going to rehash it. I think everybody got a hard copy of how I felt with the suggestion. So today I'm just here to listen to see where we stand. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, you want to know? Or?
Oh, sure.
So we did meet with Lee School and Brian and I, and we did meet with a traffic study consultant, which they'll be doing the study the first 2 weeks.
After the holiday.
After the holidays, they'll be doing their actual study,
Okay.
and then they'll get back to us. And
All right.
we'll be able to give you more information.
Okay.
About
I have a
the-
rhetorical question, but anybody's welcome to answer if they feel like it, but I'm not expecting a response. Has anyone taken the opportunity to drive by Union Ridge, either in the morning when they're dropping off or picking up, or even just during the day to see the signs saying no parking, but
Yeah, and I talked to
Okay.
Mike about it, the superintendent.
Thank you, appreciate your time.
We hear your concerns. We
Thanks.
really do.
Absolutely.
I know you do, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mike.
Are there any other cards out there? Participation cards or anyone else who would like to speak?
Okay, I skipped over the motion to approve and adopt the meeting minutes of the regular board meeting of November 13th, 2019, and the minutes of the Truth and Taxation hearing held on November 13th, 2019, as presented and published. Did they be part of the record report?
I'll make that motion. Second.
Motion by trustee Gelsomino, second by trustee Larson. Roll call. Oh, Ronstadt, sorry. 6-0, motion carries. At this point, we'll go to committee reports, finance, license, and contracts. Trustee Gregorio.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Are there any questions or modification to my agenda? Hearing none, I'd like to make a motion to accept A through I on the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion by trustee Gregorio, second by trustee Kucharski. Roll call, please. 6-0, motion carries.
That is all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you, trustee Gregorio. Law, ordinance, and economic development, trustee Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Under discussion, I don't have anything. Under my consent agenda, I have items A and B. Are there any questions as to their content? Hearing none, I move to approve items A and B as presented.
Second.
Okay. Motion by trustee Bialik, second by trustee Renship. Roll call please. 6-0. Motion carries. Next, water cell, phones, cell sites, electrical aggregation, trustee Renship.
Thank you, Mr. President. Under discussion, as a matter of record, payment number 13 of number 39 of the water loan L17-3440 will be issued on December 15th, 2019 in the amount of $11,295.41 to the IEPA. This is a low-cost loan which was obtained for the purpose of completing a water main project. On my consent agenda, I have two items, A and B. If there are not any questions, I need a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion. Ursula. Okay. Motion by trustee Ronstadt, second by trustee Kucharski. 6-0. Motion carries. Next is police, trustee Kucharski.
Yes, sir. In discussion, we now offer the option to pay your police parking tickets online using a credit card. Please visit our website for the payment portal. And in my consent agenda, everything is smooth.
Thank you, trustee Kucharski. Next is village properties, HR, insurance, village plus service, IT, GIS, and environment, trustee Gelsomino.
Under discussion, I did say we'd have some solutions to our insurance. We've been meeting with insurance brokers, and as today we do not have an agreement with anyone. Under my agenda, anyone have any questions? Thought I'd make a motion to accept.
Second.
Okay, motion by trustee Gelsomino, second by trustee Gregorio. Roll call. 6-0. Motion carries. Next is public works, tree program, parking, street light cable replacement, trustee Larson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Under discussion item A, as a reminder, we are in the final stages of our review and changes, which will be made for the snow route parking rules that will go into effect in the 2020-21 winter season. I'm working with Public Works to discuss various options to improve not only the efficiency, but more importantly, the safety of the residents, public work crews, and our general public. For the upcoming winter season that we're currently in through early 2020, the current snow route rules in place will be enforced, and you can find all that information in our winter edition of the newsletter for all the details regarding that. If there's no questions on my discussion item or consent agenda A, I'd like to make a motion to approve consent agenda A.
I'll second it.
Motion by trustee Larson, second by trustee Ballard. Roll call please. 6-0. Motion carries.
So,
Thank you, trustee Larson. General correspondent.
Two announcements. The village will be collecting holiday lights until February 28th, 2020. Broken or unwanted lights can be recycled by dropping them off at designated receptacle bins located at the village hall during regular business hours. And the 2019 holiday house decorating contest is now open. Residents of single-family homes are invited to participate. You are also able to nominate a neighbor's home if you feel they are worthy of being recognized. So there are more flyers at the desk. Submissions are due by 4:30 p.m. on December 13th. And then last, I'd like to ask for a motion to approve the 2020 schedule of meetings so they can be printed in the Norridge Howard Heights News by the end of December 2019.
I'll second.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by trustee Ballard, second by trustee Ronstadt. Roll call. 6-0. Motion carries.
All I have. Thank you.
Okay. At this point, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Consideration be given to a motion that there be no further business.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by trustee Gelsomino, second by trustee Gregorio. Roll call. 6-0. Motion carries.